Hello everybody, you are watching Usitility, gamers' favorite channel. Are you an enthusiastic player of Final Fantasy XV A New Empire and wish to enjoy this game on big screen? Here you are going to discover playing Final Fantasy XV A New Empire on PC. No need to keep the eyes on tiny screen, but it is the time to relax and play Final Fantasy XV A New Empire on PC. Keep viewing the video tutorial so that you'll not really miss any step. Without having more wait, we will simply take the start. First of all, open any specific browser, for instance Google Chrome, and then you should go to the link provided in video description. It is the URL. I display it here in case you want to see it slightly bigger. You will automatically be forwarded to this web page of BlueStacks Final Fantasy XV A New Empire. Install Final Fantasy XV A New Empire on your computer by using BlueStacks. It is an Android emulator that emulates tablets and also Android cell phones, and we can use a keyboard and mouse, utilize a large screen, etc. We click on the Download Final Fantasy XV A New Empire for PC option, and the download will start. The downloaded file is here now. Simply touch on this file now. In Windows 10, it'll have asked us for agreement. We respond with yes and accept. So as to view game installer, it's better to minimize the browser tab such as this. The next task is to select the place where you prefer to install Final Fantasy XV A New Empire. If you wish to modify the directory, you'll then only push Customize Installion. In order to move forward, just click here on Install Now, and installation will begin. The download of game depends upon the net speed. It will then set up the emulator in your PC. Look, the file has been installed in my laptop. This is the very first time it'll open BlueStacks, so it's going to make a few configuration settings that it is just gonna do now. The rest of the times it certainly can't take that long to start. This particular step is really important. As a way to sign into Google Play, press on Sign In. When you will click on it, you'll be asked to type in the credentials to sign in to Google Play. You can't continue to install this game without login since it is a Google Play game. We have now clearly explained this easy step, therefore we will skip it in the video. Wait for us to simply get access to Google account, and we will be back after that. We've logged into it, and it welcomes us. We will need to accept the terms. We just click I agree. It asks for making backup of the device in the cloud, however we do not need it, so we press No. Observe that this specific device is just like a cellular phone or perhaps a tablet, and it'll give us the option to save a backup of the files within the cloud if we lose it and wish to recover it. Simply hit this arrow and to go to your desktop. Prior to moving forward, check out two icons it has produced here, BlueStacks and BlueStacks Multi-Instance. If you'd like to launch BlueStacks app, then press BlueStacks icon. Right after performing all important steps, we've ultimately come to the installation step. Notice, I will press Google Play in order to install this exciting game. Everybody knows there are a number of premium tools that you can purchase within the game, hence for that, you'll have to choose payment mode in Google Play. As we aren't interested to create payment mode, so we will ignore such options. Final Fantasy XV A New Empire is now being downloaded. Hold back. Based on your connection, it will take more or less time. I'll be back again after this step so as to save the time. I will simply click this specific icon and then start it. You can also make changes in the keyboard configurations from here. As we are not serious to customize keyboard options, and we will leave them as it is. If you want to enjoy Final Fantasy XV A New Empire in large screen mode, then we will certainly advise two simple options. See, here's how you may maximize the screen by maximizing the emulator. This option is just suitable for people who would like to get the big screen, however, not 100% full screen. Touch F11 to get 100% full screen, then click exactly the same key to leave that mode. Once you will start playing in full screen mode, you'll be able to better focus on the game. No doubt that playing a game in an emulator requires a lot of power, therefore, the performance will depend on the power of your system. You may also even change the language of this game. To change the game language, select this cogwheel and press on Preferences. You can select any language from here that you would like to. We have eventually altered the language, C. Now we have been done with setting up the game. If this video was helpful for you, then subscribe to Usitility channel so that we will come with new stuff. Thanks for your time. We'll be back again with more such videos.